Before we go into our series of stretching and relaxation, I want to talk about our feet. These are little pedicure spacers. They're very soft and spongy. And I want you to place them in between your toes as if you were getting ready to polish your toenails. And this is a very passive way to begin to stretch. You can see my foot here. You're beginning to stretch out your feet. The spacers increase the space between the metatarsal bones and help to stretch out your toes in case you have any hammer toe or bunion issues. It's just a really nice passive way to work your toes. So I'm going to have you put one in each foot. And I like to get this spongiest kind I can find. I found these on Amazon, but you know, it's really, really gentle right now. We're not trying to force a range of motion. We never try to force a range of motion. So that's one foot exercise you can do to begin to become aware of it when I start asking you to stretch your toes. The other thing is the difference, we talked about this in the beginning, between our foot alignment. So our leg bones come down, our tibia and our shin bone and our fibula, and these ankle bones that we all think of are really the bottom of our leg bones, and they rest on a bone called our talus, which sits on our heel bones. So if you put your fingers right in front, you can kind of go back and forth, and you'll feel undue pressure when you supinate or when you pronate. So when you put more weight on the outer edge of your foot, that's wrong. When you put more weight on the inner edge of your foot, that's wrong. But neutral is right in the center. So if you imagine that you've got a little dot behind your big toe, one behind your pinky toe, and one under your heel, that's the neutral position. And that's what you want to work for. So you can just open your toes nice and wide, press the sole of your foot in to the mat, and then try to lift your arches. And when you lift the arches of your foot, you'll feel a tension in your calf muscles. So that's because it's the muscles in our leg, our extrinsic muscles, that can really control our feet. The muscles in our feet work our toes, but we're working, and it just so you get to feel this chain that it's all connected. So we're going into this preliminary stretch before we do the single leg circle exercise, and I just want you to kind of get used to the fact that I'm going to be cueing your toes as well. So that being said, let's get started with that.